is physically, if not emotionally prepared. And theoretically computer stable.
Theoretically, this might be an adventure.
Who knows? Like, reiterate, I have there's the two sound links. I'm using the RPG sounds right now, but the Sirenscape might come into use later. And I think I can use both at the same time as long as you have like two different browsers open with the links. I don't know. This is like experimental at best. Oh, I forgot to get cough drops. Oh, well, okay. I have a lot of drinks. Okay. Housekeeping. I think I put 2 alchemist fire arrows in your inventory, Kim.
Great, thank you.
And I think that's it. Oh, and there's the Legion of Rabid Squirrels, which we talked about with Terrell's new cloak.
Yay.
I don't think there was anything else. So that's housekeeping.
Cool.
So last session, summary of session 21, which seems a really high number, but there you go. In the night, Kai had another visit from Spiderface. Yeah, Kai's uncle sent another gift, this time for Stone Shar, a holiday on the 7th of Marpanoth to celebrate the beginning of laborious projects, and Kai hates it. And may have also left Spiderface with the impression that he was up to big things, like maybe King of the Sewers or something. Kai also did some alchemy, creating a couple alchemist fire arrows for Yelena to use. So you all three of you rose the morning after you escaped Emilior's tower, and you all had a good long rest. Over breakfast, you learned that the nobles of your acquaintance had managed to raise the water cult's emissary from the dead. Like, the way that Belliphauna put it, she thinks Flo is back with his people now, and they won't attack Succumber, but she's not certain the emissary exactly appreciated their efforts. Like, they might be on okay terms.
Tipping him into the river.
Only resurrected him.
They might be on okay terms, maybe not, I don't know. I mean, Guy had some issues with stuff that happened in Succumber, and I don't know. Yeah, so that's the Richies for you. Well, speaking of the Richies, Belliphauna seems to have come into some money, and she paid each of you 100 gold piece for an additional month's service, because the trip to Parnast seems to be taking its own damn time. Also, Lord Jomont was injured in their overnight activities, so he and Lord Garen Ravenshade, they're staying behind in Succumber an extra day or two, and waiting for the rest of Lord Jomont's men to arrive, or soldiers to arrive from the west before they catch up. So they'll be like a day or two behind you guys. You had a few hours before the caravan left town, so you did some shopping. And I think I remembered all the stuff that you bought. Like, I think Terrell got a shield to replace the one that was damaged by the giant slug. And you went back to the alchemist for the cloak of squirrels. Kai bought some more alchemy supplies and a new purple robe that upgraded his armor. And at the tailor's, Yelena had a stroke of amazing luck and found a reasonably priced pair of flying boots. Or they might have been the same boots that CC Greengrow won back at Rouge Fair, or maybe they're a completely different pair. I mean, it's all like, whoop. Point is, shopping karma. So the party finally left Succumber with the caravan to Parnast. The next village, 2-3 days away, is Zelbros. On the first day east, you hit a bad patch of roadway that had flooded. Maneuvering the wagons and livestock around this obstacle slowed your travel a little bit. So the first night of camping was uneventful, though morning brought with it the specter of Ragnar Redtooth's specialty, beans and oatmeal, for breakfast. After another half day's travel, the caravan came upon a corpse lying in the middle of the road. You also spied a wagon that had run off the road, crashing into a copse of trees to the south. Yelena did a flyby of the body in the road using her new boots of flying. There were some slight signs of movement, a buzzing, and she thinks the corpse is infested with bugs. Terrell used her jade staff to send her snake, or the snake that it turns into, to investigate the crashed vehicle. The snake slithered off, and you watched with anticipation until the neighing of a riled horse came from the direction of the crash. Your snake swiftly returned, and on its tail, a horse came out from behind the carriage, approaching the caravan with a struggling gait. As the horse drew closer, you saw it had extensive injuries. Terrell used her paladin's spidey senses, realizing that this was an undead horse, and it was leering with bared teeth at one of the caravan's live draft animals. In the nick of time, Yelena downed the creature with a pair of arrows. You studied the equine corpse, identifying wounds on the horse's chest and belly that were consistent with wolf fangs. Large wolf fangs. With that knowledge, we resumed the game. A body still on the road, and a crashed carriage that still holds mysteries and possibly danger.
Da, da, da. Yeah, you made that very dramatic.
So yeah, this is what I scribbled down on my not cool tablet at 11:30 last night. Okay, so you're here. Oh, let me show you like a kind of a map. I mean, this is not really purely to scale because you're like the crash carriage is about, I don't know, 120 feet away from where the caravan has stopped in the road. The body is about, I don't know, 50 feet ahead of you. So I put like the little wagon horses to kind of signify that, yeah, the caravan is stopped. But like, say that is not like literally a distance of 100 feet on this map because it's supposed to be 5 feet per square. So just use your imagination a little bit.
Okay.
Pretend it's the correct proportions.
Okay, so we did have an undead horse, but we don't know how it's become undead. I mean, we know it's presumed. Well, we assume it's been killed by an animal, but I don't explain how it came back to life. And I guess we should go investigate the wagon that it came from.
I'm just wondering if our dead friend in the road is gonna turn out to be undead.
Do we have anything specific for? I mean, apart from my senses.
Yeah,
you definitely sense undeadness.
Do you have turn undead?
I'm just looking. That's to do Fey or Fiend. I don't think I've got turn undead. I've just got extra damage against them.
Nah, I got arrows.
Okay. Kai can always firebomb it.
Mm-hmm. Am I still flying? I'm assuming I'm still in the air.
Yeah, or at least you're like hovering back with wherever you are hovering within range of the caravan to go shooty. I mean, you have such a huge range.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we could either plonk an arrow in the corpse and see what happens, or I could send my snake off to go poke it, or
I feel a little disrespectful shooting it if he is actually dead.
When your snake came back with the zombie horse on its heels, it like slithered up to you rather urgently and kind of like wound up one of your armored legs, and then it's like wound around your wrist like a snake bracer.
So it's still in snake form.
It's still in snake form, but it wants you because you have to like turn it back into a staff.
The snake is noping out.
Yeah, the snake has to either die or you have to like actively dismiss it and turn it back into a staff. So it's kind of like, hey, please, I want to staff now.
Well, can I talk to it like any other animal?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you cast Speak with Animals.
Then I will cast Speak with Animals and ask it if the undead horse was the only suspicious thing that it saw, or if we should be worried about the corpse as well, or if it spotted any other,
Stank of death. Can you understand me? Maybe I should just say it's stank of death.
So, but you
were more. One free. What?
Do we think that's 3 as in the number?
And the snake, what did you ask?
I wanted to know if he saw any undead, really. If he saw anything else moving as if it was still, it wasn't properly dead. Or...
It communicates to you that it saw 2 undead horses, what it saw. And a man on the front bench. And then it
but
just
you don't know if that's undead.
It just says danger.
Okay. Alright guys, so it looks like we might have another undead horse, but we're not sure if the corpse is undead or not, the driver. So I would suggest we approach with caution.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn the snake back into a staff.
And as the snake turns back into staff, you hear a little whew.
Coward.
Learned it by watching you. Is this my problem? Is this my problem?
That's my problem.
No. Let's just go around.
This is
we could just go around.
Above a snake's pay grade.
No, we just like to figure out the ROI and any investment in any things we take on.
Do a feasibility study.
That's right.
What are the risks involved with this project? Like this carriage crashed in the road. It's definitely a bottleneck.
So I guess I will be crass and shoot. I want to fire a regular arrow into the corpse in the road just to see if it reacts.
Okay. You fire a regular arrow into the road. Go ahead and roll an attack roll. You need like a 10.
That's weird. I've got the map up and I don't have...
There's nothing to target. So just roll just a regular thing in the chat window.
Having some navigation issues. Windows have gone crazy, but I'm figuring it out. 1 second.
Oh, I love it when I accidentally make Fantasy Grounds shrink suddenly. Because I click on the wrong thing.
Yay!
Got him.
Alright, so you totally got him. Dirty 20. Thankfully not a natural 20. But, I like giving you chances to make me drunk.
Day drunking.
So, floating above, you let loose an arrow. No problem. Right into the back of this dead body in the road. And as your arrow lances the decaying flesh, the body explodes and a swarm of insects rises up and just... There's like a barrage of pieces of flesh just flying in every direction for a good 15-foot radius.
Well, I'm really glad we didn't get any close before we did that.
And now it's just like this splat in the road of gristle and organs. Carnage.
Okay, so that one's not undead.
Well, if it is, it's in very small pieces.
Yep. Took care of it.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to look up at Yelena and say, can you see another horse anywhere? The snake thinks there might be another undead horse.
I will fly out a little bit to see if I see a horse anywhere.
And I'm going to assume that we're still with our caravan, so they know what I'm saying, so that they are also aware that there could be another undead horse around.
What happened to the first undead horse? Did we kill it?
Yelena killed
Yeah,
it.
I didn't put a dead horse on the map. But
No,
you can
it's
assume that it's right next to the live horses where the little symbolic caravan is. For your peoples, your live peoples.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look for the horse. What kind of check should I do here?
Let's see. From above, just do a perception check.
Oh no!
No horsey.
Yeah, you're flying above, and here again, the map isn't a perfect representation. It's more like the caravan is completely perpendicular, and the front of it is crashed right into the trees, and the trees overhead are blocking your view of the front. So you just see like the covered part, and the covered part is like, you know, fancier. It's made of like carved wood, and it's been painted, and there's like some gold filigree on the outside. Like, it's kind of like a fancy extended carriage. There are what you do make out is there are 3 trunks lashed to the top of it, but you can't see anything at the front. And I guess the other thing you would notice that would be really obvious is that it's a little bit tilted to one side, like the wheels have been broken on one side, and it just kind of tilts it toward the ground at an angle.
I think I'm gonna land and look for hoof prints where a horse may have run out. Can I do a survival check?
Where are you landing?
I am going to land.
You can place yourself on. Can you place yourself on the map? Should I place all of you on the map so you can adjust yourselves
We
accordingly?
can adjust ourselves accordingly. Yes.
And I was going to ask, what's the range between us and? I mean, are we saying these squares are now 5 foot?
Let's just not interpret them to like in respect to the carriage. Like, if you're investigating the carriage, we'll treat them like 5 feet. But let's just treat like where you started is like 120 feet away. So like we're at a starting point where like everybody who is on this caravan. Oh wait, I need to put Yelena on the map. Who's the person who's actually moving? And where's Kai? There's Kai. And oh, here's a question: are you guys riding on actual wagons right now, or are you on horse outriders, or on foot, or what?
I thought we were on horses.
I thought we was on horses.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Everybody except for Yelena's
Yelena,
on the horse.
yeah,
Yelena's
yeah,
flying
Yelena's
right
on
now.
feather boots.
Right now.
All right. Well, I'm just thinking because I've still got my divine sense from like last session. So do I sense the other undead horse?
I mean, yeah. I think the range of it is plenty.
60
I think
feet.
It's 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, you're more than 60 feet away, so
Okay. So I can't sense it currently.
you can't sense anything else. And actually, your senses would have told you, because that body was close enough, that the body in the road was close enough because it was about 50 feet away. So you would have known that that wasn't actually undead; it was just dead.
Okay.
But right now, you're not close enough because you're, 100, 120 feet away to be able to have your senses tell anything. How long do those last? How long does your spidey sense last?
End of next turn, so I guess that means it'll have gone, actually. Okay.
By the time you could move into range, it would be gone.
Yeah.
And then, Kim, Yelena, you're adjusting yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go back where everybody is because I don't know that I want to. If they're far back, I don't want to approach that thing by myself.
They're still on horses. Your horse is just kind of like tied to the front wagon or something and kind of walking along.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Say I'm hovering. Say I didn't land yet, but I'm just sort of hovering and saying, "Hey, let's." Well, I didn't see anything. You're not sensing anything. Let's go check out this wagon.
I'm putting sprinkles in the back of the wagon.
So I'd be tempted to dismount because we're not going to be able to fight particularly well on horseback. I mean, Kai can stay on horseback if you wanted, but I'm thinking if I go forward first with shield out, if you're hovering and you're sort of like above and behind me, so you've got a clear shot over me,
sure,
and
that works.
If Kai stays on the horse, you're going to be raised, so you can firebolt over me. Look at me being all tactical.
You're assuming that I've got good enough animal handling to be able to cast spells while sat on the back of a horse.
Do you know, I hadn't actually thought of that. It's an excellent point.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Good question.
So
would it be an animal handling? Yeah,
it's
it would,
a good
wouldn't it?
idea, but...
Alright, so do you want to get off? Do you want to keep the horse here so we don't have to worry about you disappearing over the horizon? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, stay behind me.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Always at the back.
There's this plan.
Is that a plan? Lady Belliphauna, she kind of, she's in the front wagon, like riding up front. She's like, hey, what should we do? Like, what should we do? The caravan.
There's other guards, isn't there? It's not just us. She's got some soldiers.
There's some other guards, including Harkon, the guy you rescued in Ulavan.
All right, then I'm going to take charge of the guards since Jormont's not here. I'm just going to point to him and say, "You lot, perimeter, shields out. You shout if anything approaches. Otherwise, stay here, guard her and the caravan."
They're saluting. And
Cool.
Sergeant Pulte, who is kind of like their boss, he doesn't say a word. He's like,
well, I guess I'd be going
okay.
through him, Okay.
Yeah. Like, you've been through enough and stuff that he recognizes that Lord Jomont, even though he's not here, has deferred to you in the past, so he's not gonna like cut up about you bossing everyone around.
It's what I'm paid for.
And let me buy a little bit of time because I just realized I forgot something. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Alright, okay. So remind me what you're doing again.
Alright, so I'm going first with shield up, sword out.
Alright.
Yelena's hovering above and say to the... hang on, let me just move that.
How high are you hovering, Yelena?
You want to just say 10 feet right now?
Okay. Just so that she can shoot over me without me being obviously in the way, and she's got a clear shot. And then Kai's going to be like the other side or behind so that he can get a clear shot as well.
He's going to dawdle.
Yes.
Oh,
no, he's going to be ready. He's going to be ready with his fireball. Because I feel that what Yelena can't kill, Kai can cook.
Kai going in fingers hot.
Yeah. And I guess we'll just start cautiously moving towards the caravan.
How far do you move? How close do you get?
I want to get about like 30 feet towards from it so that I can activate my spidey sense again.
Okay, so 30 feet towards it.
Yeah, I want to be within 30 feet of it.
Okay. So 30 feet away, you activate your spidey sense again. And there's definitely undead coming from around where the carriage is.
Okay, can I tell how many?
I don't think your spidey sense lets you pinpoint numbers. You just sense...
It just says no. Just the location of any undead within 60 feet.
Yeah, and they're definitely like, I would say Undead from the carriage and beyond to the north.
Okay.
Northwest from where you are.
Then I'm gonna let Yelena and Kai know that I can sense more than one undead.
I was looking back at my favorite enemy feature details. So I have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track.
Mm-hmm.
So can I do a survival check to see if I see anything like?
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of like from 30 feet away and looking at the ground and let's say the tracks from where the carriage ran off the road. With a 21. And it's good because you dropped a 5, which would not have been very helpful. So there are obvious signs of the crash. I mean, you can see how it looks like, from your point of view, that the carriage was going on perfectly fine. And then you also see near the track marks of the carriage itself, prints that you would interpret as a dire wolf.
Okay, well that's consistent with the wounds in the horse.
And it's going along, and they're traveling with the route that the carriage took as it crashed towards the trees. You're not quite close enough to like examine right at this place of the crash because you're still like 30 feet away. You can tell from that distance though that there are broken wheels on the right side, and the carriage is lopsided. It is there's a creak. The wood kind of creaks from the off-balanced weight, and the wheels on the lower side have shattered from the crash. You notice that there is a door on that side, the one closest to the ground. It's open, and it's swinging on its hinges, with kind of squeaking with the passage of the breeze.
This feels like a horror movie. I think we should just go.
And you see, also from the tracks, that there were 4 horses when it went off the road.
Ooh.
Okay.
2 of them seem to have been outriders. Two pulling the carriage and 2 being ridden.
Okay. Yelena can't see tracks about the other 2 horses like running off if the riders have run off, or
The ones attached to the carriage just seem to be, going along with the carriage that crashed. But
I just wondered if the outriders might have,
The other ones, they seem to, at least as to the distance that you got, that the out words, the range that you're getting close to the crash, at least 30 feet away. The other horses, they still seem to be kind of trying to ride along beside the caravan. There is some, it's not straight lines, there is some divergence in how the horses were moving, like they were having a hard time there was a struggle or something, like they were having a hard time staying with the carriage. But as close as you are, they didn't seem to diverge paths up to 30 feet away from the crash.
I guess we just keep going forward then and just keep an eye out.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Then I move another 10 feet forward.
"10 feet closer." That's very nice. Now that you're 10 feet closer, you can see everything, at least with the carriage, with the open swinging door, and how the damage to the wheels that Yelena has described to you.
Okay.
The angle of the carriage is such that the rear of it kind of blocks the front, so you can't see. It obscures the front bench of the carriage, and the trees are kind of like overgrown. Their branches where the front part of the carriage is, like kind of this dense copse of trees. Make a perception check, Terrell.
Perception. Oh no, it's not a good one.
Yeah, you don't pick out anything anything new. You're just like, I can't see anything. The carriage is in the way of the carriage. It's very annoying.
Okay. Suggestions on... I mean, I don't want to just stick my head in that door.
Nope.
Yeah, well, I can send a bit of fire to it, see what happens.
But I don't want to ruin any good stuff that's in the carriage either.
Well, metal don't burn, gold doesn't
Hang
burn.
on.
when it melts.
Oh! I can cast Moonbeam. Alright, so it's got a range of 120 feet. It shines a 5-foot radius cylinder. And it will cause searing pain. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain. Do we think that's worth trying? Because if there's anything in the carriage, it would cause it to hurt.
Yeah.
Then I'd like to cast Moonbeam, please, on the carriage.
Let me check something about Moonbeam.
Oh no! Don't ruin my good idea. I mean,
I'm
it's only a 5-foot radius, so it might not hit the
I'm entirely
thing.
certain it shines through stuff. I know, like, Fireball goes around corners.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it might
But
not
I'm
go
not
through it.
sure that Moonbeam goes through something that blocks it. I wanted to see if it actually says something in the spell description. Yeah, I think I'm gonna treat it like the wagon itself shields.
Right. Okay. Well,
It's like an obstacle. That doesn't mean you can't pick a place like out in the open to put a moonbeam and possibly have it have an effect.
I mean, I suppose I could put it in front of the door.
I wouldn't target the covered portion of the carriage itself though.
Right. Okay. Fair. I mean, I could do that. I could put it outside that door and then just go bang on the side of the wagon.
I could also fire an arrow into the side to see if it rustles anything up.
That's an idea as well, just to see if it attracts any attention.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Do I attack the wagon?
Yeah. I mean, just roll it in the chat. It'll be just like shooting the dead body. All right, another dirty 20. Exact same thing. And yeah, sure, you shoot right into the side of the wagon. Were you aiming for a specific spot?
Something that isn't going to damage anything inside. Somewhere in the middle on the side.
In the middle on the side?
Mm-hmm.
Like what, above? Because the door is kind of like in the middle, but above it?
Yeah, or something like that.
And plus, with it being tilted towards the ground, the upper part is probably the easiest thing to target. And with the door swinging open, kind of toward the ground, it's, but you're not shooting inside of it, basically. It's hard to see, but like, so you shoot the arrow above the door, lands with a thunk. It's a normal arrow, correct?
Right, just the normal arrow.
So
Just
there's
see
this,
if it. Yeah.
there's this thunk. Roll a perception check. At first, nothing happens. Woo! Yelena, the perceptive one. You can pick up now subtle sounds of horses nickering coming from the front of the carriage. And there's a rustling coming from inside of the carriage.
Yeah. That's what I was afraid of.
All at once, you hear a whinny, and another zombie horse emerges from the woods.
All right.
Okay. Would undead horses nicker?
Yeah, in this situation, they are nickering.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to go into the physics of can they breathe, whatever, make sounds. But for, like, atmosphere, yeah, they're going to make sounds.
All right. Okay.
I mean, if a zombie horse can't embrace its horsiness, what's the point? So this zombie horse emerges from the woods, and it rears on its hind legs, lands, and Yelena, you can make out that there's this dark ichor seeping from its nostrils as the zombie horse snorts.
All right. Can I attack it?
Yeah.
Shoot it?
Oh, you know what? Let me fix something. I did something wrong. I just drug the zombie horse directly to the map instead of to the combat tracker. Don't mind me reminding myself how things work. All right, that's a targetable zombie horse.
Excellent. I am fumbling all over the place. Don't mind me.
I wish I'd practiced horsey sounds.
God bless.
Nah!
Oh, good. It is a fit.
Luckily,
Nice.
It's a horse. It's an unarmored horse. An unarmored zombie horse. And 11 manages to hit it because I think that's its armor class.
Excellent.
Maybe it's lower because it's a zombie. Extra fleshy soft. So your arrow lands in the zombie horse. Roll damage on the zombie horse. Woo! A big 12 points of ouchie damage. The horse neighs. It is unhappy about what you've done to its body. And there's like this arrow just sticking out of its chest. But it is not dead. It's still a very much what do you call it? An animated zombie horse. I can't call it alive, but
Animated works, yeah.
animated. Yep. As the zombie horse lets out another kind of whinny of unhappiness with you.
Do I get a second shot on him? I would normally, right? If we were actually in.
Yeah, you would. In fact,
And,
actually, I'm going to like
Initiative. That's the word I was looking for.
Ooh, I had the wrong music going, but hey, that's cool. Uh-oh, my OBS disconnected.
You were cutting out a bit then on your last bit of talking, so I don't know if your
All right.
internet was
It says
flaking a
it
bit.
reconnected. That only affects Twitch. I don't think it affects the recording. It's just the internet-based portion went screwy.
Okay.
So Twitch might be sad, but, you know, yay! But I guess, yeah, whatever the bubble was in internet, it affected Discord as well. So yeah, you get another shot, Yelena.
Excellent.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Roll damage again. 8 damage. Zombie horse still standing. So you pull off your 2 shots. Zombie horse, 2 arrows in the chest. It's a bit bedraggled. It's looking well, pretty rough, but I mean, already looked rough because it was a zombie.
Is he focusing on me?
You have its attention.
All right, I'm gonna fly around just to sort of keep its attention on me and not on my companions here.
And you do keep the horse's attention, but then Terrell, you're close enough that you notice a hand extend from the carriage's open door, and then another.
There's another one. There's another one.
The fingers grasp in the air, and then a body slides to the ground, but only the front half. It's a dead woman, a turban perched on her gray hair, and she wheezes as she finds her bearings, then begins to pull herself through the grass toward you, her entrails
Oh my God, this is a
dragging in her torso's wake.
There's a little girly scream from Terrell.
Yeah, the little zombie. A zombie good wife.
I don't
At
think
least-
good
at
wife
least-
is the right word.
At least the upper half
No.
is crawling through the grass toward Terrell. But Yelena's flying, 35 feet above the zombie horse, kind of being
Yeah,
distracting.
Yeah, being distracting.
And Kai, what are you doing? Actually, everybody should be rolling initiative at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, come on, dice. That's better.
I'm gonna remove some people from the thing. Sprinkles is still with the caravan, like in the back of a wagon.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine having Sprinkles be just like a bit of extra body for guarding the caravan.
So I'm taking her out of the combat thing. I'm taking everybody who's not actually in combat out of the combat tracker. For fun! Okay, Yelena, as usual,
Yep, at the top.
gets to act first.
I'm speedy. All right, yeah, I'm gonna concentrate on the horse.
Alright, 18 hits it, no problem.
There we go.
I just forgot what I was checking. Wait 1 second. How much damage did it take? It took 11?
11 damage exceeds hit points by 8.
Okay. You drop the zombie horse,
Mm-hmm.
and it at first appears dead on the ground, but then after a few seconds, it starts to rise back up,
That's cheating.
standing once more.
Okay, I'm gonna take out one of the flaming arrows.
Yep.
Let me see. What do I have to do that?
You just shoot an arrow,
Okay.
and then if you hit with that arrow, it gets 1d4 persistent damage that it takes at the start of its turn.
Did I attack twice already? I attacked twice already. I can't attack again.
I think that was your first arrow for this round. Or am I delusional? Yeah, I think you dropped it with your first arrow this round. You kind of got a free round before we
I got a
off
free round. Okay. All right, one more. I will not argue with that. All right, so this will be the flaming one.
Yeah, my OBS disconnected again, so I hope you guys can hear.
All right, hit. And do I add something? Can you say again? I'm sorry.
You hit 1d4 fire damage.
Okay.
Plus your normal damage of the arrow.
Normal. I'll just do the normal damage first, then just roll another d4.
Uh-huh.
Alright. The sound has cut out completely, so I'm hoping it's not our internet that's dying.
I think it's my internet.
Yeah, you're coming in and out a little bit.
It's
all right. Okay.
I don't know what it is because my internet's not saying that it's disconnected. Am I cutting out again?
Yeah, in and out. You're sounding nice. You're sounding like a robot. No. It's the technical difficulty show.
I don't know.
Yes.
I think the recording will be fine, but like for the stream, it's bullshit.
You sound fine again now.
And for you guys hearing,
Yeah, now you're fine.
It's like OBS is getting like no bandwidth, but my network says it's not disconnected. I don't know. Maybe during break I will restart something. Anyway, back to the action. Yelena, you shoot the horse. You shoot the horse with your alchemist fire arrow, and it drops it again with the little burst of fire. And this time, the horse does not get up.
Excellent.
Okay, so we need some fire to the situation.
Or you gotta hit it a lot. Be prepared for it to get back up.
I'm removing a zombie horse.
Sounds like an opportunity for fireball.
It does, doesn't it?
Well, I was going to say, save the fireballs for, if there's group activity. But I've got other fire things.
So you're throwing a fireball?
Well, it's Terrell's turn, isn't it?
It is Terrell's turn. Terrell! There's a dead woman crawling towards you. What you doing? Am I still audible? Woo! Sound effects.
There's a lot of lag going on.
There's a what?
Lag.
Oh no!
Didn't hear any sound effects.
No sound effects.
Yeah.
No. Did you hear any of the background music?
Oh, I heard a groan then.
Oh, well, that was sound effects of like creatures and stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably a little bit of delay because it's got to come from my fantasy grounds, and apparently my fantasy grounds is pooping on a duck because of my internet.
Okay, I want to do a divine smite.
Okay, divine smite, because you totally hit that zombie
Definitely
goodwife
hit.
with a 25.
So I've forgotten how to do this.
I think you just automatically smite. You gotta like apply the damage for like a straightforward smite. For a straightforward smite, you
So do I apply the effect to myself, or do I just apply the damage to the zombie? Roll the zombie.
Unless the smite actually gives you like next round stuff, I would just apply the damage.
Okay. So do I not do my normal damage and this damage, or just this damage?
Your normal damage plus that damage. The smite is a bonus.
Okay.
It's like the cherry on top.
So this is the normal damage. pretty good. And then this damage, see if it works. No. God damn it. It says targeting self. Hang on.
I think it's because I think that works like when you decide to do it at the beginning of your turn before you even know if you've hit, which I think is kind of pointless. So that it automatically will then apply the damage the next time you hit.
Right.
But since you've already done the like to hit thing.
So should I just roll a 1d8?
Yeah, just roll 1d8 and we'll do 8 more damage.
Okay, that was
Okay,
way out of
3 more.
But
Alright.
I'm fairly sure I get an extra 1d8 if the target is undead.
Is that from the smite?
Yes. Oh, hang on. The extra damage is 2d8 for a first level slot plus 1d8 for each spell level, and then the damage
So it was
increases by
2d8
1d8
to
if
begin
the target...
with.
Yeah, so it should be 3d8, so I need to do another 2d8 now to get... So I could say I've done the 1d8 that's for an undead, and I can do the 2 thingy now.
The 2d8 for the actual...
Yes. Right, there we go. So
Smite.
13 in total. And that should be all radiant damage if that makes a difference.
I'm just looking at something. Ooh, sweet. Okay. This is me just trying to put this in my memory so that, like, I actually remember things. You do an additional 13 damage. No, 10 damage. Radiant damage. And that radiant damage is enough to incinerate. This half zombie crawling toward you. And it fries up, and its arms that are grasping your direction just seem to kind of shrivel and pop in the radiant light of your strike. And then it's still.
Hey. Look, I did something effective. Yay! For a change.
So I am removing the zombie goodwife from the map.
They leave behind purple sludge.
Lovely.
Now, if
Oh,
this was a
that's
zombie
perfect.
movie, there'd be something hiding in there still.
Yeah. I mean, her legs could come out and attack us, to be honest.
That's right.
That would be funny.
That really would be hilarious. The bottom
No,
half of the
it
body.
wouldn't. It'd be icky.
It'd be hilarious and icky.
Just these legs just
If
hopping
it came out
towards
doing
you.
the can-can,
That-
that would be funny.
That sounds like Monty Python to me. It's like, I'll kick you in the
Right,
knees.
just- Kicking, yeah, I like the Black Knight, except with without the top half.
Just one leg hopping around. Oh my god. Okay, that was your turn, right? Right, Terrell?
Yes, sorry, that's me done.
Okay. Kai! Hey, Bada Bada, you're up.
Well, I don't. Well, my first instinct is to set the entire what do you call it? Wagon
Carriage,
on
wagon.
fire. Yeah, on fire, but I got shouted at.
You got shouted
There
at.
might be... No, I didn't shout.
Yeah.
I just said there
There
might
might
be
be-
something nice in
Yeah.
there that we could use
Well,
to sell.
you know there's like 3 trunks that look nice that are lashed to the top of the wagon.
And she's already said it's a fancy-looking carriage, so we
Right, so I
right.
should
Yeah.
set it all on fire. So, well,
All.
Can I fly to the top and see? Can I open one of the trunks? I'm assuming I'm flying high enough that any
Yeah,
zombies
I mean
in there.
you could land on the
could-
top of the wagon.
Yeah.
But what is Kai doing? at your next turn, you could totally do that.
Yeah.
do we know if there's anything else left in the wagon?
Well, you said I could sense something beyond the wagon, so we don't know if that horse was what I could sense beyond the wagon, or if there's another couple of undead horses. So
That's a good question. Are you sensing anything else?
am I sensing anything else? I can cast it. I've got two more casts of it, so
you're
I
like,
can cast it again.
there's zombies to the north of you. There is undead stuff in the carriage.
Still.
Yeah, so
Still.
same readings.
This is a zombie movie.
Alright. So I will relay that information to Kai and Yelena. There's something else in the carriage at least, and still stuff beyond. You could drop a firebolt on the tree to the north of the carriage.
I'm just wondering if you guys, I can open one of the trunks maybe, or I don't. How heavy are the trunks? Do I have any idea? Just too heavy for me to fly and drag off.
Well, they're lashed down, so it'd take an action to try to untie them, to unfasten them from the top. But just from view, I mean, they look like large, sturdy trunks. So if you, from your experience, from just everyday stuff, you're like, well, if they're like a normal trunk filled with stuff, it's probably gonna be very heavy. It's probably gonna take two people, normal people, to carry it. Maybe one Terrell, but for you would not be able to move it yourself if it's full.
Okay. I can jump up and down on the top of the wagon and scream, "Oi, zombies!" and drive them out. And get this over with.
Well, that's true.
Wait, but still, Kai, what are you doing again?
Yes,
Are
Kai.
you shooting? Because we were talking about, there was a suggestion that you shoot like a firebolt or something fiery to the north of the wagon. But how are you feeling, Kai?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit out of sorts at the minute, because zombies and what have you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip my turn and let Yelena go jump on top of the wagon.
Do you want to hold an action?
No, skip it. Yeah, hold an action.
Hold
So
action.
if you move, so you've got a good view of the doorway. Yelena tries to entice whatever it is out, and then you can kill it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Which end's the door? The big purple splodge?
To be like really technical now, like where people are. Yelena's like where Yelena is, but she's like 35 feet up. Terrell, you're still like really 20 feet away from the wagon. No, wait. Actually, where you are, because you moved forward to get the crawling, kill the good wife lady. So you're really close to being able to peek your head in the door to see. You just have to crouch down.
I'm not sticking my head in there. Nope, I'm not sticking my head in there.
But you're pretty close. You're pretty close. And Kai, you're like maybe what? I don't know. You're like 40 feet away or so.
Okay.
From it. I'm like confused. I just confused myself and managed to talk enough that I forgot what we're doing. This is terrible.
Well, I'm gonna move, and then I'm holding my action, and Yelena can go ahead.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna ask you. You're holding your action, but what action are you holding? Like, what is there a particular spell? There needs to be a particular spell or something. Are you holding a firebolt? Okay.
Firebolt. Yes.
And you're gonna, if you see something come out of that carriage, you're gonna firebolt it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
with your reaction. Alrighty. Alright. Next thing. Something does come out of that carriage.
Oh, well, that's convenient. We've been here talking really loudly.
Yeah, it's probably
We've been yelling.
Come and get us. What do you want to do? You stay up there.
Mary's in the chat. Mary,
Hey,
Mary,
Mary.
Mary. Hey, Mary. Much to your disgust, Terrell, a disembodied hand drops out of the carriage door.
Okay.
Adjacent to you. And it claws at you. And Kai, you can do your firebolt on the claw.
Okie doke.
It does, with a 19, it does manage to scratch Terrell.
Oh crap!
For 1 damage. Because your heavy armor absorbed most of it. Kai, you let loose your firebolt. You zarp that crawling claw with a 16, and it just combusts. The sound effects are really going. I've never heard this.
Yeah.
This thing.
I'm not getting any sound.
It was a Fancy Grunts add-on, and I've never had it like do so much. I think they might have added to the stuff that's automated. All right, crawling claw, gone. At this point.
Okay.
2 zombie guards, like zombies, bigger, buffer zombies, come out of the woods. They seem to be armored, but they're drawn by the sounds of all of your activities. They're too far away to do much of anything. They're just like looming, starting to head towards you. So actually, one of them is not close enough to do anything. One of them is close enough to. Well, but it's not the right one, so never mind. So they come crawling. They come like kind of looming out of the forest. And as they come looming out of the forest, more disembodied hands scurry out of the carriage. They also attempt to claw at Terrell. First one misses. Second one also misses. Very, very, very missy. Super missy. And this zombie guard, it finally has a chance to act. Oh, but it just has a long sword, so it can't really do much of anything. But it does kind of loom closer to where Kai is standing. And I'll say that that's like the end of... They're like not adjacent to you yet. And that is the end of the round. But at the top of the round, your sense not quite having evaporated, Terrell, of undead creatures. All of these hands have been plopping out of the carriage. You still sense there is something inside, and as the dread begins to fill you, suddenly a pale figure leaps out of the doorway, shrieking, "You've taken enough of my money!" This creature has the appearance of an older, corpulent man dressed in merchant's garb. His skin and hair look bleached of color, but his bared teeth and fingers are stained a rusty red. "The gold is mine! You can't have it!"
Okay, I guess we found the owner.
Good news. Well, the good news is gold.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Oops. Let me fix something. So right next to you, and they're kind of hovering a little bit above the ground as well. This glooming figure of a merchant. The first thing that it does is it targets you, Terrell, with a vengeful glare. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. Wisdom saving that one.
And you just fail.
Oh,
You are now paralyzed. All right, so you're paralyzed. You can't move, can't take actions until the condition ends.
Well, fuck it up.
But you do get to wait, never mind. Okay.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration on myself?
No, because you're paralyzed.
Oh, come on! Okay. And the other two just get it all going, I can't move! I can't stop!
So the next thing it does is it floats over to Kai and it attempts to punch Kai. It hits with an 18. And it does 12 damage. Yelena, it is now your turn.
All right, I will shoot. I see what's going on. I will shoot the merchant to try and stop this. That's good.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
You hit with a 26. All right.
Partially resisted.
You shoot it with your arrow, and you notice that it takes all the damage of the arrow itself, but it doesn't seem to be fully affected by the psychic damage that your attacks usually bring with them.
Let's see. What do I want to do that? I was just looking at my spells, seeing if there was anything cool.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Trying to find cool things here. I think I'm just gonna shoot it again. It still did damage, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Not as easy to shoot, alas.
man. Well, that's a rare thing. 12 actually does miss.
Yeah.
Alas, this zombie merchant, this glooming merchant, is better armored than a zombie horse, apparently.
Yep.
All right, are you moving any?
He floats. You're saying he's floating? Do I see
He's
that?
hovering above the ground. Like, there is just a few feet between him and the earth.
He's uber undead.
I'm just wondering if he can hover up to me. Which might be good if I can draw him away. Where, I don't remember. What am I at right now? Like 30 feet up?
35.
35?
Mm-hmm.
And what's my max?
35.
Oh, is it 30? Just 30? Okay. I'll just,
Stick it to that way. Na, 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 na.
I'll just do that. Just make some mocking noises, and I think
Taunt
I'll
him.
stay put for right now because I've got a good range on the other dude too.
All right.
I'm done.
Okay, that's your turn. Another crawling claw plops out of the carriage and tries to give Trill the finger.
Well, that's just rude.
And it does because Trill is paralyzed. I did not think this through. You know, that fast I forgot you're paralyzed. You take 2 damage. 2! And with that damage, your paralysis ceases.
Ooh, really?
Yes. It was only until you got injured. But somebody wasn't really smart and forgot that bit.
I like to think that the merchant's giving the hand a nasty look right now.
Yeah. Yeah. The glooming merchant looks over his shoulder. That was mine!
Oh dear.
But Trell, it's your turn now.
Okay.
3 hands surrounding you.
Alright, then I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on the merchant.
Okay. What is a 5-foot radius?
5-foot radius.
Is it circular?
Yes. It's a 40-foot high cylinder, so his hovering doesn't save him. I mean, I could do all 3 of them things, but I just think he's the one that's got the most, you know.
So like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So just basically every square surrounding him has Moonbeam on it. So all of the other undead, all these other undead are just out of range.
Yeah, but if they step into it, they will start to take damage as long as it's still active, because it's a concentration.
So I'm gonna just draw on the thing.
Okay.
For now.
So,
A little square, really.
I guess it won't take any damage until its turn.
Well, what does it say? Right away?
It says, no,
it
it
starts?
says when the creature enters the spell's area for the first time,
So, yeah.
or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames.
So, yeah, I think he go ahead and takes damage now.
Okay, so he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, okay.
It don't actually tell me what the saving throw is.
It's probably, he got an 18. It's probably lower than that. Your saving throw is 8 plus your proficiency die, which I think is +3 right now. Plus your...
Find that. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, is it your wisdom or your charisma? What's your spellcasting ability for a paladin?
I think it's charisma, isn't it?
I think it's charisma.
Which is 6. Oh, hang on. Is it my abilities modifier or my saves modifier? It'll be my abilities modifier, won't
Your
it?
abilities modifier.
Which is a +3, so that's 6 plus
So
8,
14.
that's 14.
DC
Yeah.
14.
Alright, so he takes...
So he got an 18, so he saved. So he takes half.
Right, so half of 2d10 radiant damage.
So
hang on.
1d10.
Wow. I rolled that anyway, so 14. So 7. Seven radiant damage to the merchant.
Okay. He has taken 7 radiant damage. He hisses. He did not enjoy that. It wasn't
shame.
pleasant.
I didn't enjoy being paralyzed either, so...
And that is you? Are you moving?
No, I'm going to stay put and deal with the hands
Kind of
on the next turn,
backlit
hopefully.
by your moonbeam.
Yeah.
All right, Kai. There's a scary dead man in front of you.
Yeah, well, I think it's time for a fireball. How do I do a circle 20 thingy radius circle thingy?
Use both mouse keys and your control key.
That'll yeah, so that'll cover all of the bad guys.
Ooh! All but one. I'm gonna be rolling a lot of dex save.
Yeah, right. So I'll start on the merchant in front of me. So I'll just do attack, yeah.
Is it a save? Because and your save is like DC 15, right? Or
Yeah.
16?
The 16, yeah.
Ooh!
So I roll the save on each red dude, yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm not sure. There's a way to do it on everything at once, but like I never bothered learning that because I've never played a wizard.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I can roll saves individually if you want, or just you can roll it on the merchant guy and I'll roll it on all the hands. Okay, so the merchant rolled us 19, so he saved, so he'll take half damage.
Well, what? What? Did I roll on it though?
I think so, because it says Glooming Merchant, save, dexterity, save. He rolled a 19 versus a 16, your DC. Success. Crawling Claw. Okay, that's another success. And another success. What the hell? All three of the claws succeeded. What the hell? And I'm not rolling the right zombie guard, but you know. The zombie guard failed though. The zombie guard takes full damage.
Right.
So everything takes half damage except for the zombie guard. So go ahead and roll your damage. Alright. I will apply it manually to the guard, because I didn't roll, like, I just picked a guard. I don't know if it's the right number. But all of the hands are incinerated. They're gone.
Okay. Cool.
Like popcorn. Pop, pop, pop. And you hear a crackle and a groan come from the north side of the caravan, that there was something else still there. And a couple more whinnies. So there's some more things to the north of the caravan that were damaged with that fireball.
There's still some stuff left, yeah?
Yeah. But they're still out of sight.
Right, okay. I'm just going to move away from this dude.
Wait, did I apply the damage to the zombie guard already? I don't think I did. And the zombie guard that's just north of you, I think that's one that has been shot or firebolted or something or other already. It's dead.
Yeah, Yelena attacked it.
Everything. Yeah, so everything except for the Glooming Merchant that you had visibility of has now been burnt to a crisp, and it doesn't seem to be budging.
Lovely.
So there's the Glooming Merchant, and then there is that one zombie guard coming from the woods. And then there's the sound of stuff that you set on fire, but you don't know if it's still alive. You don't know what it is. To the north of the caravan.
Okay, so that's my turn then.
Lots of killing.
Killing.
Alright, the remaining zombie guard, it starts lurching towards the carriage. Terrell, you can see it now coming around the back of the carriage.
Okay.
Kai, you have a good view of it. It's partially blocked for... Well, no, it's not partially blocked because you're in the air, Yelena. But it's like, whoa, moving forward, but it's out of range of actually attacking you guys.
It's not out of my range.
Yeah, this is true. And top of the next round, the Glooming Merchant has a chance to do something or other again. And, wait, Kai, did you move last time?
I did, yeah.
You know what? You would have gotten an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot that.
No, he missed his opportunity. Sorry.
No! I'm rolling on you. He hit with a 14.
Oh god.
So you take another 9
No, no.
bludgeoning damage. As you moved away. The Glooming Merchant does a vengeful stare on you again, Terrell. So roll another wisdom save.
Okay.
Does it take damage from your moonbeam thing now?
Oh, it does take
No.
damage from your moonbeam.
Oh, if it's his turn, yes.
Yeah, does it do a save again?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw again, please.
Okay.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
15 saves.
Yeah,
But it still takes 1d10, right?
it does. So, ooh, that was a good roll.
8 more damage.
Yeah.
Alright. And did you do your saving throw? 16, I think, saves. Wait, let me check something.
Yeah, because you said I just failed on a 14 before.
Yeah, so 16 you save.
Yay.
So, you are not paralyzed.
Good to hear.
But that doesn't stop the Glooming Merchant from coming up to you and trying to punch you twice. So the first one with the 16 misses. The second one with a 26 hits.
I should have cast Blade Ward.
And I need to check something else.
Oh, how have I partially resisted that? Interesting.
Okay. And as it hits you, you take 6 damage. Part of it is absorbed by your armor. And it hisses at you and says, "You want my treasures? You killed my wife! Monster! Monster!" And it swears vengeance upon you. You, Terrell.
Okay, I feel like saying I didn't kill it, and then I look at the half dead body and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yelena, it's your turn again.
Um,
And as soon as we're finished with combat, we will take a little adventurous break.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot.
Reload your
good
arrows.
grief,
You've
yep.
got like 200 arrows in your inventory, so I don't know why it's saying you're out of ammo. Oh no, a 10! Well, shoot him again!
I know. Let's see.
Like, shake your bow. Do better!
That's better.
Ah, there you go. 23 hits.
Yay.
All right. See if that gets his attention.
Yeah, he takes 14 damage.
That's good.
He has sworn vengeance against Terrell, so he's pretty fixed on that. But you see him flinch when that arrow lands. Not quite looking over his shoulder yet, but you know he felt it. Terrell, it's your turn.
Right, well, I will attempt to attack the guy who sworn everlasting vengeance on me.
Did we do the moonbeam damage during the merchant's turn? Okay, just want to make sure.
I rolled an 8. Right, so I'm just going to attack him with my blade to start with. I get 2 attacks now, don't I?
You do.
Okay, I'm going to just do this as a normal. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll just do this as a normal. I do like the special effects.
Wait, did you just roll? Wait. You just rolled damage.
That was just a normal damage. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm catching up with my brain. My brain is catching up. Okay. So, you did normal damage. It doesn't seem to be deflected in any way that you can tell.
Okay. Alright, so I've put Divine Smite on me to see if it works on this next one if I hit, so...
Okay.
Which means I will now fail to hit, probably. Oh, I didn't.
Ooh,
okay.
a 14 hit. Did it a 14 hit?
So let's see if it gives extra...
Oh, it
When
does?
Expired. Get stuffed. Did it work? Oh, I see.
No, it
expired
didn't.
because it's now being used.
There's 2
Yeah.
additional, like, thingies on it. But I think you need to do one
Cool.
more because it's undead, right?
Oh, yeah, so I need to do another 1d8, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I've updated it.
Alright, so I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna look at the merchant and say, she started it.
She started it? Okay. Are you moving or anything?
Oh, you zoom.
You break-
I can't. Yeah.
Breaking up again.
Yeah. I was getting comfortable. But no. Internet's just gotta be stupid. Kai!
Oh, there we go.
Your turn,
Is it
Kai.
my turn?
Yeah.
it's your turn, Kai.
Okay, I'm gonna do a firebolt at the merchant. See if what we can do. Hey,
Nice.
Hit the firebolt totally hits with a 27, and you do a nice toasty 12 damage as the fire leaves your fingertips and goes. Zip.
wait, I can't hear you.
I'm
you've
sorry.
just.
On
It's not your
replay.
fault. It's funny though.
It's almost like
Replay.
auto-tune.
Maybe replay will have so many surprises. I'm hoping the recording. I'm hoping the recording isn't worked as well. I'm assuming that I sound like a robot because whatever is happening to my internet is happening to Discord and affecting the talking. Okay, apparently it happened again.
You got halfway through and then it just went.
Fine already.
Oh dear.
All right, that's Kai's turn. Is done.
Yeah.
All right, Zombie Guard comes up behind Terrell
Of course he
and
does.
swipes with a longsword, but misses with a 14. Man, that sucks.
No, it doesn't. Shut up, you.
And top of round 4, which means it's the merchant's
Right.
turn again. Roll
Yep,
another
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw, and then
Wisdom saving throw from me, yeah?
wisdom saving throw for you. He saved, so it's a D10 again. And you failed, so you're paralyzed. So roll your D10 before.
Hang on. That was the damage.
Oh, that was the damage.
Not
Okay,
mine.
roll your whiz save then.
There we go. This is my whiz.
I'll quit getting excited. Oh, but
Oh,
another
still the
9.
same. Yeah.
So I'm excited again. So Terrell is paralyzed. And
Stop
I need to
again,
do the wrong
guys.
damage. The
Sorry.
glooming merchant is starting to look. Hopefully, you can hear me say this. The glooming merchant is starting to look a little whipped. You can tell your
Good.
attacks are having an effect on him. But he swipes at you with his fist twice while you're paralyzed, so he has advantage. You're the target of his vengeance. The first one misses with a 14. But the second hit lands with a 26. And because he swore vengeance upon you, you not only take the base damage. Of 11. Oh wait, no, 8, because your armor absorbs some of it. You take an additional 4d6.
46.
That was a roll fail. Oh my god.
Yeah, you got an effect there rather than a roll.
All right, so it is 7 more damage. That was a pitiful 46. I almost
Good.
rolled all twos. Okay, where's Terrell? 7 more damage. Okay, for a total of 24 from the glooming merchant. And for his movement, he's going to adjust. He's not going to disengage, but he's going to move around to your other side, just out of the moonbeam. Yelena, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. Shoot, shoot, shoot. 17 hits. So your first arrow does 15 damage.
Nice.
Which isn't shabby, even though a little bit of it was absorbed. And 14 hits as well. So another 9 damage. And at this point, you've gotten his attention.
He's like, where is that coming from?
Yeah, and he turns to face you, and he's like, "You can't take it from me! It's mine!" And now it's Terrell's turn. Unless you wanted to move.
I'm paralyzed.
Oh! You're not paralyzed anymore, I'm sorry.
Why am I not paralyzed anymore?
Because he did damage to you. You were only paralyzed until you were damaged.
Oh, right. So he did damage. Okay. Right.
You're free
You know what?
again.
I'm going to... oh, hang on. If he did damage to me, shouldn't I have done a throw to see if I've lost my concentration on my spell?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Well, it's a Constitution saving throw, but I mean, I have to remember how much damage you totally took. I think it was what, 14? What was it?
10 from the extra and 7 from the first lot. So, oh no, so it was 7 from that. So yeah, 14. Or was it 8? Might be 15.
So I think you have to roll. I think you have to roll how much damage you took. I think. On a
That's my
Constitution
Constitution saving throw. Right.
Yeah.
Alright, Moonbeam's gone. You can get lost. Get that lost. Then I shall attack.
Well, it's a good thing Gruubii is telling me that paralyzed equals auto crit damage, and I haven't been doing auto crit damage on the on the base hit.
Shut up, chat.
Yeah, what's this?
Look, I'm doing well. Having killed one zombie and survived.
Gruubii's like, you're not being helpful, Gruubii. You're not being helpful.
Don't
helping
give
me.
the DM ideas. Right. Okay, so my moonbeam's gone, so I can't move it. So I am going to just attack the zombie guard 2.
I might have gotten that wrong. I'll have to double check during break. But
Okay.
oh no, wait, never mind. You know, I lied. Gruubii's actually helping you this time. It was half of the damage, so it would have been a 10 check. So with an 11, you did pass. So your moonbeam is still there.
Oh, okay then. Oh shit. Well,
are you moving it?
My action. Yeah, but I've used my action already to attack the zombie
Isn't
guard.
your bonus
so...
to move it though?
It just says I can use an action.
Oh, an action to move it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just leave it where it was then.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. But I've still got. I can still attack the guard again, can't I? Because I've got 2 attacks.
Yes, you can.
Right. So I will stick with him. Oh, nice. Well, I'm doing well with the attacks today. Don't know what's happening. There we go. And I am not going to move. I'm going to stay put and let them all focus on me. Sick 'em, Kai.
Kai! Do your dark work.
I'll do a firebolt on the zombie guard.
Do your bright and shiny hot work.
Hey.
24 totally sears him with fire. Five damage though. Getting kind of toasty.
Yeah, that's it for me. I'm not moving or anything. I'll stay here.
All right. Zombie guard, bobbing and weaving, tries to strike out at Terrell though. Hits with a 21 with its zombie longsword. That's just a longsword. And you take 3 damage. Because again, your heavy armor master is partially resisting that stuff.
Okay.
And top of round 5. Oh my god, we made round 5. Glooming merchant, you're out of its range, Yelena, and it's not happy about it. It lets out a shriek.
I wave.
You are the target of its vengeance, but it is going to just do normal attacks on Terrell. And because you're the target of its vengeance, it's not going to try to paralyze Terrell anymore, but it is going to try to punch her twice. First one hits with a 22. For 9 damage. And the second follow-up fist does not hit. Misses with a 16. Yelena! You're up.
Alright. Shooting seems to work so far. I spoke too soon.
You still have another arrow.
Uh-oh.
And
Barely.
a 13 hits.
Oh no. Yep.
All right.
He's
So-
a tough little bugger.
10 damage. 10 damage. But you can see it seems to be on its last legs if it wasn't floating a little. If it had completely formed legs, it would be on the last of them. Terrell.
Okay. I'm going to use another divine.
Both of these undead creatures look pretty messed up. You know, even beyond undeadness.
Alright, well I'm going to go back to attacking the merchant.
A 12 misses on your first swipe.
Alright, try again.
Feeling that you're so close to defeating this creature.
Yes!
Your first swipe misses, but you focus yourself and aim at it with a follow through, and your bow blade slices through this undead merchant's gullet. And the body collapses to the ground, unmoving.
Okay, not rising again then.
All you have left is the one zombie guard, bobbing and weaving, knee out of joint. Kai, it's up to you to finish this off so we can all go on a break.
Yeah, another firebolt coming. Oh. Oh, my goodness.
You hit with a 15. You need 4 damage, no whammies.
Hey!
Yay!
Wow!
Yay!
Zombie guard is incinerated.
I kicked the merchant.
I will say at this point, you know, as you see, like, the battle on everything you can see in front of you is pretty clear. Yelena, once you see, like, the battleground is clear, you kind of lower your hovering in the air a little bit, and once you're about 15 feet off the ground, you get a better vantage point into the part of the carriage, the front half where the bench and parts forward are in the woods, and you can make out 2 more horses that were still in their harness that are incinerated and unmoving. But there is a figure of a zombie coachman, mostly incinerated, but is still twitching. Its head hanging at an awkward angle. It looks to you like when the carriage crashed into a tree branch, it broke the guy's neck. But you can see bite marks on him. And it's still just twitching alive. But he's kind of twisted up in the reins, struggling to get off of the front bench of the carriage.
Can I put an arrow in his head?
Yeah, sure.
Just roll in the chat.
Yeah, just roll in the chat. $19 is plenty. And with that shot in the head, let's say the zombie coachman is still. I'm not gonna like roll for him to reanimate. Because we need break time. We need happy fun break time.
Yes.
Oh wait, I deleted Kai. Kai, where are you?
You deleted
Oops.
me.
Out of the combat tracker. Let me put you back. Oops. All right, it's time for a little adventures break, and I might pause the stream and restart my router while we're doing little adventures break.
You're good.
Just in case. I don't know. It's improved for now. I don't know if should I risk it. I don't know. Here's hoping. But little adventures break. 10 minutes or so while I debate whether to restart my router and tempt the fates.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right.
I'm back.
Hello. I think we're here.
I chickened out on the whole restarting thing.
It's sounding all right at the moment, so fingers crossed.
Yeah. It is what it is. I do hope that the recording is okay. So I feel like that your heavy arms master, heavy armor master feat came in kind of handy, Terrell.
Yeah, it definitely helped.
You know, I mean, it pretty much neutralized most of those crawling claws. And saved you like at least 12 damage from, I feel like 12 damage from the
From the merchant. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has some wounds. Wait, what wounded Yelena?
I don't think I got away with it. That's the advantage of flying.
No, you have 20 wounds right now. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's reset, after our long rest. Oh no, did we get damaged when we were coming? No. It can't reset.
I think it reset because I remember giving you the long rest. But, I mean, Kai took damage.
I'm trying to remember if
Terrell took a lot of damage, but I don't remember Yelena taking damage.
I don't
know.
It makes me
I don't think Kai took 21.
No, I didn't.
Makes me wonder if I applied it to the wrong person. Anyway, I'm gonna zero out Yelena for sure because I'm pretty sure there is no instance in which anything could have attacked her during that combat. I don't recall. There wouldn't have been anything since you left Succumber.
I don't think so. I shot the first horse, but it didn't do anything to me. So
No, it didn't touch anyone, did it?
Kai did get swiped a few times by the merchant guy, which could have done 21 damage. Okay. Hi, welcome, tasty friends. So, we killed a lot of undead around this carriage. You have a moment to catch your breath. Everybody, Yelena, you're fine. You're just zipping around like a really large Tinkerbell in the sky. But Terrell and Kai, you felt some of that. And it wasn't fun. Except for, I guess, maybe when the things were burnt and stopped moving. How do you feel about the situation? What do you want to do now?
We need to look at the wagon.
Yeah, we need to look in the wagon, don't we?
yeah, loot.
Chest. Money.
I'm assuming we're confident that's all the undead gone.
Yeah, that's kind of like where we wrapped up. Is you
Okay.
killed the last of the undead with that coachman.
Okay, cool.
You'd kind of like scoured the area and were like you could not tell that there were anything in the area. Your sense wasn't picking up anything within 60 feet anymore.
Right.
And so do you peer into the carriage itself, or do you just focus on the three trunks?
No, I'd like to look inside.
Okay. You look inside, and it's kind of gross because there's been dead things in there. So the upholstered seating it looks like it would have been very fancy, very lush once upon a time, but it's now been smeared with like bile and things that you don't want to know about. You find a diary. And there are many pages. It looks like it belonged to the merchant. And there were many pages in it lamenting about them being held up by bandits on their way from the east. And he is very unhappy about the gold they demanded. When they said money or your life.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of cuss words. You've learned a few new ones, Terrell. Damning these cowpokes, these cowboys who held them up on the way from the east. But you don't find anything like immediately within there. I mean, there's like some like nice, maybe a few nice handkerchiefs that have managed to escape the gore. tucked into like a door or something, the one that's still closed. But by and large, there's nothing inside of the coach other than this diary. Yelena lands on top and starts taking the time to try to unfasten the trunks, and then like kind of pushes them over the side so that like you can catch them, Terrell, and use your brawn to put them down on the ground. They're all locked.
Okay. Is the merchant's body just turned to goop?
Yeah, it's kind of like a dead body.
Can I check
A little
for a
bit,
key?
a little bit burnt from radiance and fire. Yeah. You like feel into its pockets. Do a Constitution saving throw, because it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross ruffling in the pockets of this dead body.
Ha!
But you swallow it down. You close your eyes. And you just feel around for a key, and you pull one out.
Hey. I see if it fits the lock on the chest.
Yeah, it fits. It fits the lock on the chest. And the key works on all of the chests. So you just, assembly line, one by one, open them, flick up the lid, and you're slightly disappointed.
No.
Like, well, there seems to be some trade goods in these chests. Like 2 of them are filled with some fancy rugs, and one of them has some bolts of silk in it. But in terms of like valuables, you only find like money. You only find like 125 gold pieces, and then you find this wooden box. And it's not locked, but you pry it open and it's lined with velvet. And inside, set very daintily, are 21 silver spoons. You look at the silver spoons and you realize that like, oh, well, everybody do a history check.
Blimey.
Oh man, someone rolled a natural 20. I have to do a shot of moonshine. Crazily, for a change, Kai did not roll well in history.
Yeah.
But Terrell, what you pick out, because you would know, one of these spoons has the family crest of the Shieldbriars. And it says Shieldbriar on it. And then you start to realize, oh, here's another one. It says Than on it. It has like a crest of a river and a vine, as if from grapes. And there's like 2 hills meeting. These are all family crests. You think these are all family crests of different families, like the noble families of the Sword Coast.
So each spoon has got a different crest on it.
You think it's like a set of collectible silver spoons, maybe?
Okay. Well, if nothing else, it's silver. But that seems odd.
Like the silver itself seems valuable, but you wonder, like, well, if someone's really an aficionado of this kind of thing, maybe it's worth a lot to them. But the silver itself is probably worth a pretty penny.
Okay.
So I put all of those things into your party sheet inventory. These 3 chests are bulky, but the goods are worth a fair amount of money. It's just, as far as you know, you're heading away from any place where you could resell them immediately.
Well, there could be traders come through and stuff.
Did we get the statue out of the bag of holding? Is that in a
The
wagon?
statue is in the back of a wagon now.
Okay, so we've got room in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say it. You could
Stick
fill
it there?
fill the bag of holding up with these 3 trunks if you want to.
Cool.
Alright.
Because all 3 of the trunks together are about the size of the Ungarad statue.
Right, so we're going to be tight on space until we can get rid of them.
Until you can get rid of something. Get rid of this Parnastian things. Things in Parnast. But you don't know. At this point, you're not sure if maybe you'll go to a place where somebody might buy a rug off of you. You do realize that this carriage had been traveling from the direction that you're heading.
And we still don't know what's turned them undead, do we? So...
And, flipping a few more pages in the diary that you found. Beyond the pages and pages complaining about bandits. After that section, there's a little entry about travel through Zelbros, precarious, lost half the guards.
Okay, and that's where we're heading towards.
And then there's a notation about charging the mercenary guild that he hired them from for being substandard. Getting a refund.
Okay.
Do you want me to divvy the gold up amongst you?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Money, money, money. So like 41 gold each, and there's a little bit left in the group kitty. And then the items are like still in the party inventory, but I can like put them in the bag of holding. Excuse me. Later.
Okay.
All right. I hear one of my cats trying to get into a cabinet. I don't want to know what they're up to. I hope they don't set anything on fire. Okay. So you're satisfied that you have looted everything you can loot off of this caravan, off this carriage, and that the immediate area is clear of zombies.
Alright, so I guess head back to our caravan and keep going.
All right. You head back. Lady Belliphauna like, "What's up?"
Undead stuff. No longer undead.
Undead stuff? What do you mean undead stuff?
Explain about the undead merchant.
Of course, that does beg what made them undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
I think it really does beg that.
So I've kept the diary, so I pass that over to Lady Belliphauna and just say it mentions about problems in Zelbros. So I don't know if something happened in Zelbros or it happened between here and there. We still haven't come across, obviously, the dire wolf that we think has killed the...
Dire wolf? Where's the dire... They're dire
The thing
wolves?
that killed the horses? Well, the thing
What?
that killed the horses, Yelena,
Oh.
it looked like...
But that didn't turn him into a zombie.
Unless
what
it's
happens
zombie
if it's an undead
dire wolf.
dire wolf? Yeah.
Zombie dire wolf?
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Lady Belliphauna is just looking at you mouth agape. What are we gonna do?
Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you hired us for.
That's your plan?
Do you have another plan? We can go back.
No, we can't go back.
Exactly.
Crap. Man. Now I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I flew here. Because apparently if I'd gone by foot with Ragnar traveling, it would have been a mess. I hope there's nothing in the, I hope there's nothing that... No obstacles that we can't get the caravan around, though. I'm worried. I didn't think about that. I was just...
I mean, it's a road, so it's just a case of, I would imagine if there's anything on the road, it's going to be temporary, put there to block the way, so we should be able to clear it.
Flying west, I was just in a hurry trying to get to Rooshfair as fast as I could so I can, get some funds for, in supplies that I needed. But I didn't think about... Probably could have used more information about the conditions of the road for this trip west. I mean, east. I mean, I don't know what I mean. I was like, zombie wolves! Ah! Okay, I think I need a cup of tea. So we head east, continue our path. Do you think we should be extra cautious and go slowly, or stick normal pace?
I mean, I would say normal pace. Can I just ask something of the DM?
Sure.
My lay on hands, it says you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. So
you
that
got
would
30.
be 30. So is that it? One lay on hands gives me 30 hit points back.
Yeah, you use up those 30 hit points, however you choose, and then you're done until you is it a short rest or a long rest? I don't remember. It's been too long.
Right.
But you can divide up those points in increments. I think we set it up on your sheet in 5 hit point increments for healing.
Well, I'm just going to take all 30 because I'm.
Though
I'm down
I might not
points.
have updated it when you took a level.
Okay, so I can do cure wounds on Kai if you want. That'll only do 1d8 though. But
That's better than no.
okay, hang on. Oh, there you go. 8.
Lovely. Thank you.
That's a level 1. Let me knock that off. Ooh, I'm short on spells now. Okay.
Okay. So it is the 8th of Marbanoth. See, their background map shows the "You Are Here" location. And after a somewhat eventful early afternoon, you continue your trek. Somebody roll a d20 for me. Was that you, Kai? A 6?
Yep.
Just boomed right in there.
All right. You have a normal day of travel. You stop for the night. Camp. And settle in for the evening. Anything particular, special that you want to do as your camp for the evening?
There's some attunement things going on.
Which things?
Boots and books. I don't think I've got anything I have to attune to, but
Yeah.
No, I've got a book that I have to spend 24 hours over a period of 3 days, but I think that would just mean I don't have a chance to do anything else.
Does it have to be 3 days? Did I say 3 days specifically?
It says 24 hours over a period of 3 days or fewer.
Okay, house rule is 24 hours altogether. I'm not going to say it has to be 3 days because with the level that we play, that's never going to happen. You know.
Then I would happily spend a couple of hours in the evening.
Which book is it?
It's the Comparative Pantheonic Philosophies and Cosmology for Dummies.
So it's the religion tome.
It's a religion tome.
And how many hours did you spend?
2. So 2 out
Okay.
of 24. Can I make notes in this? Oh no, that is not what I wanted to do.
You can always just make a note. Create a note for your tome.
Yeah, I will do.
I'm trying to make notes too, and track things as well. Here's hoping. Boots. So if you decide what to do with these boots, whoever attunes to them will get +2 to one of their lowest ability scores. And then they will cease to be an attunable item. So, Yelena, are you the one who's equipping them and getting that sweet attunement, that sweet boon after an hour of...
I think I gave them, and I cannot remember who I gave them to.
I thought you gave them to Kai.
Yeah.
Kai?
Because I don't have them in my inventory.
Gallant footwear? Yes, Kai does have them.
Yeah.
So Kai, are you putting on these green leather boots?
I've already got 3 things attuned to me.
Well, you can take something off, put them on for an hour, attune to them, and then take them off again, and then put the other thing back on.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hokey pokey it, or I mean cakewalk it, or
Okay.
leapfrog. Pick one of those games.
Right, okay. So if I unequip something and then equip them.
Wait an hour and let the magic happen. And as long as you aren't attacked in the next hour or two, it's fine.
Okay. Right, okay, so then after an hour I tick the attuned button, yes?
I need to do that for my cloak of squirrels then.
Attune your cloak of squirrels.
Uh-huh.
Are you wearing 3 attunable things right now?
No, I think I've just got my bow blade. Oh, hang on, and the bulwark. So this would be my 3rd.
Okay. All right. So, Kai, you have attuned with the gallant footwear, while everybody else is like working on supper and gathering firewood, etc.
Yeah.
And you feel, after an hour, that you're just like a little bit more fabulous, a little bit less mediocre in some areas. Or maybe you are a little bit more mediocre in some areas. Either your wisdom or your charisma go up by 2. Which one?
Okay. Wisdom or charisma? I think maybe... Oh, I don't know. Wisdom? Yeah, wisdom.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, let's raise your wisdom to 10.
Hey!
Ta-da! So you no longer have a -1 penalty. And the boots lose their need attunement property.
Ah. They just become like nice sturdy footwear.
They're still magical boots. You can still cast prestidigitation while you're wearing them and change their appearance once a day. But there is no longer any the magic that increased your ability permanently has been leached out of the boots for at least this century.
Okay.
Question. So can anybody wear those boots and have the same magic? Or is it just the person that attuned?
Anybody can, now that they no longer have to be attuned, anybody can put on those boots and have prestidigitation and change their appearance. And they are still in the appearance of green leather boots, which might be a little clashy with Kai's new purple silk robe.
Well, he could change that.
Yeah, I could.
Purple boots.
So you might want to change them to purple boots.
Yeah.
So
I would sing Purple Boots to the tune of Purple Rain, but yeah, I just...
Purple boots, purple
Boots! Oh dear.
Okay. Was there any other things that people wanted to explore? Because I think there were two other books, right? There were two other books.
Kai had the one about his mum and all the sex, so...
Kai had a volume of spells that he could learn. Like he has got some scrolls and stuff. So there's magic he could scribe into his spell book. There's arcane crafting. He still has like a good 4 hours of stuff he can do shenanigans with. And I think there were two more.
I have How to Think Like Elminster. It's in my inventory. This book contains mnemonics and other tips to better recall historical anecdotes, and its words are charged with magic. If you spend 24 hours over a period of 3 days or fewer studying the tome and practicing its instructions, you gain proficiency in the history skill.
All right.
The tome then loses its magic but regains it in 10 years.
So same policy. It doesn't have to be within 3 consecutive days. It's just a bank of 24 hours over time. You finish the book, you get proficiency with history. I think there was one more book, but I mean,
I've got a 0 to history, so I could use it.
yeah,
Go for it.
I don't think any of you are proficient in history. Kai just does pretty well because he has a high intelligence.
Sometimes.
I'll attune to it if nobody else wants to.
Yeah.
No, you go for it.
All right, cool.
So how many hours do you spend reading this book?
How many we got where we're not going to have to pay attention to anything else? I want to say...
I would say up to 4.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing something like keeping watch or something, which might make it only 2.
I think we deserve a break. I think let the guards keep watch.
You should be like,
Hey,
hey,
we dealt with zombies.
Sergeant Pulte, hearken. Look out for dead stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
so
in that case, I would like to up mine to 4 hours as well then.
yeah, that'll work.
Now, just to make sure, is there not one more tome? Well, maybe you guys didn't find it.
I mean, Kai's got 2 books, The Dirge of Delzoun and The Mage's Familiar, but it says books, so...
Those are just normal books.
Right.
Apprentice Guide Volume 2.
That has a bunch of spells in it you could learn.
I was looking. I've got Socks of the Well Rested, which is not a book, but I think it's something we bought.
I think that protects you from cold or something. No, wait. Oh, that one gives you, like, when you take a short rest.
Short rest, you get...
I think that, is that something I do in 2 too? I can't remember.
Nope, I don't think so. I'm wearing these comfortable enchanted socks. Allows you to recover an additional hit die
You might get temporary hit
on
points.
finishing a rest.
Okay, you get temporary hit points if you long rest with those on too, I think.
Yeah, so you can recover 1 free hit die roll of temporary HP during a short or long rest.
Okay. So if you want to put on those socks, you can roll a d8 to see how many temporary hit points you have.
Cool. We'll do that.
Kai's got Seduced by the Demon with Priestess. You've got tales about your mum.
That had some spells and recipes in it. Which
Right, so just spells again.
I added the alchemical recipes to your note on alchemical recipes. But all of the spells haven't been transcribed. And anything that you have, any scrolls that you have,
Tome of Fast Fingers, Yelena?
Oh, that's the other tome. Tome of Fast Fingers.
Sorry, I've got that one.
So you get 5 temporary hit points. I'm going to put that on you.
Thank you.
And the next time you rest, those will. I mean, either you get hit for that and they go away, or the next time you rest, you get some temporary stuff.
Books contains a series of physical exercises, manual dexterity. Spend 24 hours over a period of 3 days or fewer studying the tome and practicing its instructions. You gain proficiency in the sleight of hand skill. It's the same thing. Tome loses its magic but regains it in 10 years.
So it's the same thing. 3 different tomes, 3 different skills you guys can become proficient in.
Right.
And none of you are proficient in any of these 3 skills.
Right. Who would use sleight of hand the best?
Probably you, because it's dexterity based.
Yeah.
You can always switch off too. Like,
Yeah,
until you finish reading the book, it's not consumed.
Mm-hmm. If everybody's okay with that, with me hoarding 2 books.
You can.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good to me, so.
You can use both books.
Yeah, I'll do just both of them. So like 2 and 2, I guess. Or should I finish one? Oh, this is the classic reader's dilemma.
Do you split it, or do you go
split it, or do you finish it?
Yelena has a to be read pile now.
I know.
I mean, what was the other one? Sleight of hand and
history.
The history.
I feel like sleight of hand would be better.
Do you want the history one?
No. I'm fine taking the religion one. I think that's fine with me. So
okay.
I'm just thinking if you wanted to focus on one, the sleight of hand.
Yeah. Okay. We'll focus on the sleight of hand and back burner the history skill.
I'm just making notes. So you're going to do 4 hours into the sleight of hand tome instead. Okay. All right. So you tell the other guards to bugger off and keep watch, and you spend Terrell and Yelena, you spend the next 4 hours before you hit the sack reading your fancy books. Kai, what are you doing?
I guess doing some spell things.
Okay, what spell things do you like to do? You're going to scribe some spells?
Yeah.
Which spells are you looking to
Ask me
scribe?
which ones. I knew you were going to ask that. Well, I've got a scroll of invisibility.
And you got a scroll of detect magic, I think.
Yeah. Can I do both? Do I have time?
Yeah, because you actually have 8 hours to work with, because you've got the 4 hours of downtime, just normal like goofing around time. You only have to meditate for 4 hours, so you have 4 extra hours while everybody else is sleeping.
Yeah.
So you can definitely scribe both of those spells. It might take you you've got, let me see, 99 gold pieces of paper.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a deciding factor.
What is how much paper does it take?
It takes what are the levels of the spells, and where are these scrolls? I can't see them in your inventory.
They're in my inventory. Detect magic.
Oh god, I'm so blind. So detect magic is level 1 if I'm thinking correctly. My brain.
Well, it's common. No, she say what level it is.
And invisibility is level 2 if I remember correctly. If I click the link on the spell, it'll tell me for sure. Yeah. Okay. So one's level 2, one's level 1. So you have plenty of time to do this. And out of ingredients to make it happen, you've got enough ink.
Huh. Oh, it says you got when a spell is copied from a spell scroll, the copier must succeed an intelligence arcana check.
I don't know. You
with
don't
a
have to.
DC.
You don't have to do
Okay.
that. I think that's only if it's above your level. Like if it's like a level that you cannot cast already.
Okay.
But you shouldn't have to do that for any level 3 or lower spell. I'm going to say you have just enough paper to copy over those 2 scrolls.
Okay. So I need to purchase more paper when we come to a town.
Yeah, or you need to find some paper or purchase it or
Hmm.
make paper. I don't know.
Chop
You're-
a tree down. and
You're an
make
alchemist. You probably. I mean, you built an amazing 50-foot ladder
Ladder.
device. Surely you can make paper
paper. Yeah. But it's
of a fine
time-consuming,
quality.
paper. It's time consuming, isn't it? Because you got to,
Yeah.
let all the fibres break down. And,
You need a few
and dry
tools.
it.
You need to be able to filter stuff and.
Yeah, it's easy to buy it, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like all hobbies, you know. Sure, you can make sourdough, but you could also just go to the store and buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can add those 2 spells to your spell book, and those 2 scrolls go bye-bye.
Okie doke.
So does that mean I lose that ream of 100 sheets of paper that I've been storing for Kai?
Oh, you have more paper.
Right, I forgot about the paper.
Well, I was fudging a little bit, so yeah, you lose that paper, and I'm gonna put 50 gold of paper in Kai's inventory.
Alright, so I get rid of the one that
So-
I've got, yeah?
Yeah, so he still has no supplies to scribe a level 1 spell, but anything other than that, he's gonna need more paper.
Okay, let me delete that. And then the other one was I had the ever-flowing inkwell, but I guess that's just
Yeah,
storing
he
it.
used that. Yeah, you're just
Right.
carrying it for his little noodle arms.
Yeah.
But he borrows it. He's like, hey, can I have my inkwell when he gets down to business? Gets in the study zone. Pulls out his fancy tablet and starts writing.
It does say that the use of the inkwell reduces the cost to research by 10%.
That's what I was kind of treating that as that was.
Right, okay.
Are we just doing the D&D player's handbook, yeah?
Yeah, there's like formal rules in the D&D handbook about exactly how much it costs, which I'm kind of
Wait.
glossing over.
Yeah, I need to know which one
I
to-
made a note too. Oh, do you need the spells in your page?
Yeah, yeah, I'm moving them.
I'll drag them to you.
Okay. Much easier.
I removed the scrolls though.
Yes. I think so, they disappeared.
Okay, so invisibility is under your level 2 spells. And detect magic is going to be under your level 1.
Yay.
So many spells. And this is also a milestone because Kai finally has spells that don't kill things.
Yeah.
Finally, wow.
Will Kai ever use these spells that don't kill things?
Probably not, no.
And never heard of these spells again.
Yeah.
All right.
That was paper well used.
So everybody settles down for a long night's kip. And I am going to remember how to do your rest. Oh, I'm so confused with myself. Long rest. And let me give Yelena her temporary hit points back because you shouldn't have had those until
After the, yeah.
after the rest actually happened. All right. I feel like Kai should have
extra armor.
No, you should have the Fey ancestry effects. I'm trying to see, can I drag them? Okay, let me do something, because you are a Fey ancestry.
Mhm.
I hope you are. I don't know what. I hope I didn't screw you over by accidentally deleting you. Wait, this isn't an effect? What? I'm sorry. This is weird. Oh! Ooh. Okay, that didn't work. Fuck. I don't know what I'm doing. But you should have advantage on saving throws versus charmed. And no magic
Okay.
sleep.
Okay.
So let me make a note to do that later, and hopefully you won't run into anything that will sleep you or because I need to add that to the available effects for permanence. I don't know why you don't have it. I don't understand why deleting you from the combat tracker would have removed that from you.
Hmm.
And I wasted so much time here. Okay, so you've had a long night's rest. It's the morning time. More beans and oatmeal. What a life. You're out of the spooky forest. And you're back on the road.
Okay.
You feel like you're about halfway to Zelbros at this point. I need somebody to roll a d20.
No,
My turn.
Hey.
Hey.
That's not necessarily a good thing.
Natural 20!
Well, it should be.
It
It
should be a
should
good
be,
thing.
but
In fact, you have excellent travel. Just smashing. Just delightful. Lovely. Oh, there goes my internet again.
Yeah.
yeah, you're starting to go a bit.
It's resentful of your success.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can understand it. It's not happen. Doesn't happen very often.
You know, you did so very well. I'm going to update the background. That's like a threat. If the assets will over open. All right. So you've had an excellent day of travel. And now you feel like you're like less than half of the day from Zelbros. Maybe less than 10 miles. It is late afternoon. The sun's starting to get real low. I know, right? Everybody's thinking about the whole...
I've got Hulk and Black Widow in my head now.
Sun's getting real low.
Sun's
Hey,
getting
big guy.
low, big fella.
Oh dear.
Sprinkles does a little circle in the wagon and goes down for another nap. Sun's getting real low, buddy. And all at once, well, you see, running towards you on the north side of the road, there's a lady in a simple white dress and a cloak over it, running along the side of the road toward the caravan, and she calls out to you. She's like, "Help! Please! My family, help them!" What do you do?
What's wrong?
Zombies! They appeared out of nowhere when we tried to run, but my husband went in a different direction. The children followed. I'm the only one who made it to the road. Help them! Save them, please!
Can you point
There's definitely a zombie
what
problem
direction?
around here.
Yeah, there's a zombie problem. Zombie infestation.
She points the direction she came from.
Okay. Did they go straight in the other direction?
No, come with me. I'll show you.
Okay. Do we
we're
want
gonna
to
do with the
grab
caravan.
other people?
You can protect me, right? You aren't afraid of zombies? Because I am.
We dealt with a few back there. I mean, should we ask any of the other, or do we need to leave them with the caravan?
Yeah, Lady Belliphauna is like, wait. What do you want us to do? Should we keep moving or should we stop here?
Well, I'm not
More
sure it's safe for
zombies?
them to go into Zelbros by themselves because it seems to
Right.
be undead central.
There's like zombie horses, zombie wolves. What are the zombie accountants? What are they this time?
Maybe they should come with us.
Now, is there a trail that she came on? Can the caravan go that direction?
Yeah,
Or
like
should we tell them apart?
she's just running just off sides of the road, like in the grass.
Okay.
Is where she was running, staying out of the direct like ruts of the slightly stony roadway, but it's mostly dirt and mud.
Who is the leader of this outfit? Is that Belliphauna?
I am the leader. Yes, I'm the leader.
All right. Well,
so what should I do?
that's right. I was hoping you would have an opinion on this.
Well,
what do you want to do with the caravan? Do you want to go?
There is a clear and present danger ahead. I do not want to put the caravan in it because we have all this livestock and they seem like just zombie targets, right?
Right.
I mean,
should we tell them to park here then? Is it worth you camping here and setting up like just a perimeter and we see what happens?
Okay. All right. Do you think we should go off road and set up camp, or do you want us to just stop here and wait for a while? The woman in white is like, hurry! Please! You have to do something!
Oh, God.
I'm going to say wait. And if we're not back by the time the sun starts to set up camp. And if we're not back in 48 hours, go ahead.
Okay. So she stalls the horses. The caravan comes to a stop. All right. So the three of you are going to go with her?
Yeah.
All right. And
do we want anybody else to go? Do we need an additional person, or is that just?
Do you want to take Sprinkles?
Yeah. Do we want to take Sprinkles?
Yeah. Do Sprinkles have armor? I can't remember.
She has barding.
She has, yeah. We just need to improve it, that's all.
Cool.
But yeah, she has like chainmail, chain shirt level of armor. Sprinkles, back in the combat tracker as a friend. Oops. I just made Sprinkles have a bad twin. I think I dragged it to trail just in case.
Yep. It's just opened up, thanks.
All right, you have a friend. So the four
I've just
of
had
you...
a thought. 1 second. My inventory, where is it? I have Ring of Mind Shielding. No, I don't think that would let me communicate with telepathy, would it?
No, that's the thing. That's the thing you got out of Amelia Monotas's tower that the cats were all up about. And that actually does the opposite. Like you put that on and it protects you from the effects of Zone of Truth, people trying to detect if you're what type of creature you are, whether you're evil or good, and it also can block people trying to use telepathy on you or to send you messages, sendings and stuff.
Okay. Everybody just be aware I've got that in my inventory, and if somebody feels like they could use that, let me know.
That is something that has to be attuned. Just FYI. Given y'all are pretty full up on the magics.
On the attunements.
All the fancy things. You're now at the point where you have to pick and choose. Have I done too much? Okay, the woman in white is like, hurry! She's just like pleading with you, and she's like, she starts running back the way she came, but then she like turns around because she seems like uncertain about, oh God, I can't go back alone.
We follow her.
Yep.
All right. So she runs, and you jog good 500 feet. And along the north side of the road, a graveyard comes into view. Here. Oops. Sound just stopped. Okay, never mind. I got startled. I'm scaring myself. Here. And she moves a few feet into the graveyard, but then pauses.
I don't trust her. Why the fact that she's gone straight to a graveyard just seems dodgy.
You hear her mutter, "It was supposed to be safe to come back to Zelbras. Under protection. An opportunity. A new start. Lies. Betrayal." And she moves a couple feet forward, but then she stops. She obviously doesn't want to get too far from you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? Any thoughts, concerns? Discussion?
Where's your family? She did say it was a family that were in danger, yeah?
Yeah. My family.
Where are they?
We were here. Well, we were visiting the old sites. This is the old graveyard, the original. My gramps used to say the dead needed lots of space. Sometimes the dire wood calls them home. Said it wasn't right when they put the cemetery in Zelbras proper. It would bring misfortune. Knowles raised the place within a year. Cutting Gramps down too with it, I guess he wasn't wrong. But this is where the old families are buried. We were visiting. And then those things came. She kind of rolls around and she's like looking back deeper into the graveyard. And she calls out, she's like, "Marcus! Judah! Carly, I'm here!"
Maybe you should back up a bit rather than being in the middle of the graveyard.
She kind of like she's like has her arms crossed in front of her chest and she's kind of like rubbing them, and she takes a few steps back and she's like, "All right, if you want to go ahead." I don't see him.
Can I cast my divine sense, please?
You cast your divine sense, and you can sense deeper into the graveyard there is an undead presence.
Okay. I'll look at Kai and Yelena. Do you want to do what we did last time?
I'll fly.
She watches you. The woman watches you take off into the air, and she's like, "What are you doing? You find them?
We're looking for him.
Marcus! Judah! Carly!"
I want to point to her and say, "Shush, stay."
How they know? How they know to trust you? How they know I'm here?
Well, if we're killing the undead, I'm going to assume that they will trust us.
She quietens. Yelena, you're up in the air.
Uh-huh. Do I see anything?
Do a perception check.
I would like to cast guidance.
Ooh! So an additional D4 on your perception?
Yes.
Do you drag that to me, or do I just have to roll an additional D4?
It says self. Hang on, let's see if I can change it. No, not me. Targets. Okay, so can I cast that on?
I think it's just the concentration effect that's on you.
All right, just add a 1d4 onto you.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, it's a 21. So
I'm sure you need the guidance, but there we go.
you get a good view of the thing of the graveyard.
The thing.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put you on a map. Adjust yourselves accordingly. So anyway, graveyard. And Yelena, as you fly, I mean, it looks very still. You don't see any figures, but you do pick out to like the northwest. There are some fresh graves. With like new tombstones. They're fresh enough that the grass hasn't had a chance to grow over where the earth was disturbed. They aren't open, they're covered up. And you notice that actually there's quite a few recent graves in this graveyard. But none of them are open. You also do a survival check.
All of us.
Or
just Yelena.
Yelena.
Okay.
I mean, I guess all of you could if you really, really wanted
Oh well,
to.
that didn't work.
Yeah, anybody wants to roll survival can. Yeah, this isn't going so well. Well, Kai, do a history check as well. Ooh. Kai, there's woods bounding the north side of this graveyard. And you scratch the scruff of your chin, and you reckon you've heard of something, that there is a bad section. You heard stories in Rouge Fair that people stay out of the high forest to the east. There's a place somewhere within the high forest called the Dire Wood that people stay away from if they're smart. And you're smart, so you stay away from it.
Okay. Relay that to the party.
But you have this little thought, I wonder if this is close to that Dire Wood area that I've heard tell of in Rouge Fair. You're far east enough, and you're past where the Unicorn Run kind of bisects part of the high forest. None of the loggers, none of the rangers that you know from Rouge Fair ever crossed the Unicorn Run, went east past there. The woman in white is getting impatient.
But I don't see any zombies walking around.
You don't see any zombies walking around.
All right, I'm gonna.
Position.
I'm gonna go here next to that freshest grave and land.
Okay. The grave just to your northeast?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Nothing's moving. No hands coming out.
Nothing's moving. No hands coming out.
Okay, I'm gonna gesture everybody to come up to where I am.
Okay, move up.
I think we can just move like this. I'll fly ahead a little bit, scout, see if there's anything, and somehow signal for you guys to follow along, whether Whether it's a visual cue or I have to come back and get you.
Okay.
We got it. So I'm going to fly ahead another 35 feet, I guess. 35-ish.
Seeing
So
you move
30,
forward,
35 up and 35 forward.
the lady's moved with you.
Yes, she should move with us.
She's kind of like hovering like at Terrell's side, since Terrell is like in the bulkiest armor.
Good idea.
But like standing on the side away from the owlbear.
I'm, again, scouting out. Do I see anything?
You start looking around at the graves to the north, west. And as you look at those graves, you see on the gravestones there are etched names. Marcus Claybank, Judah Claybank, Carly Claybank. And as you're investigating this, the woman in white kind of like turns to look at Terrell. And her eyes suddenly look very black. The pupils are so dilated.
Can I turn around and fire on her?
She looks specifically at Terrell with like malice and disdain, and she just kind of, she's keeping her voice low. She says, you in your armor, carrying your sword. You were supposed to protect us, but you killed him. Why did you kill him? Why? Why him?
Does it count the fact that I just didn't trust her at all?
Do I clock that that's the name she mentioned and I need to, she's no good?
Yeah, you like immediately like, wait a second, those are the names she said about her kids.
Can I shoot her?
Yes, you can totally shoot her.
That's been a recurring theme.
So like simultaneously these things are happening. You're like snooping around up north. You like catch sight of these grave markers. You read them off. The 12 misses. You read them off, but you recognize the names, and you're like, wait a second, these are the kids. These are the names, the husband, the kids that she just said, and they're buried here. And as you're doing this simultaneously, she starts talking crazy to Terrell. Her focus directly on Terrell as a target of malice and a little bit of fear. And as Terrell gets this feeling like, oh, I didn't trust you at all from the beginning. And she's like starting to hiss at Terrell, lies, Oathbreaker. Her visage begins to change. And where before she looked completely like a living person, her guise becomes more spectral, ghostly. And you spot the same white garments, but now they are ragged and worn and torn, as if she's run through the brush repeatedly and it's been snagged on branches and thorns. And you see there is a line around her throat, abrasions where she's been hung by the neck. And at this point, Yelena, you can also pick out, there's like this kind of like sepulcher in the center of the graveyard and a large tree by it that's tall. And you see hanging from the tree a noose. And I think that's where we're going to end this session.
Exciting.
Yeah.
With you guys rolling initiative again.
Woo!
Well, all about the undead today.
I mean, this is a perfect example of, is this our problem?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I went along with it too. I mean, I can't not
This is a perfect
help,
example
but
of you could be like, "Hey, lady, not our problem."
exactly.
I
that
just
would be
kept
a
on
little bit
riding.
cold. Yep, that would have
Just kept
sucked.
on riding towards Zelbras. And I'm sure it would have been fine and lovely.
Yeah, somehow I don't think so. Sorry, just trying to make notes. So, she's being hung. She thinks she's blaming me for killing her husband and kids, but obviously someone in armor has killed her husband and kids. But we don't know why she's been.
She said Oathbreaker.
She said Oathbreaker. So was it a guard that did it? Someone who's supposed to be guarding her?
It's like a paladin Oathbreaker.
Oh shit. Okay.
Lots of things to think about. Until February happens. Thank you all.
While I'm thinking about it, we're not good for the March session.
Oh, is that 16th?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
So I think week before or week after we're fine. So sorry, let me before I get ahead of ourselves. Next session is the 17th.
Next session is February 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think tentatively, let's put March 9th down as the March session. I think that will work, but I'll have to double check a few things with like schedule and to make sure that that will not be insanity.
Yeah, I need to check as well. Hang on. Why do I think we've got something then? No, we haven't.
No, we haven't got March, have we?
No, it's the end of his holiday, is that?
I know I've got something in July. I'm going to a concert. Otherwise, I'm doing nothing. Otherwise, I appear to have no life.
If you're going to be like that, we're going to a gig in November, but...
Exactly. I did make a point of putting it on the calendar, and God knows when my next hair appointment is.
And I've
This
just realised
grand
we've got something else in February, but I think that's a Friday. Oh shit! Let me just double check that.
Double check it isn't the 16th. And you're gonna be like,
16th of March is definitely booked. It's a family.
I'm talking about like
birthday.
the 16th of February. Like,
yeah.
Make sure you aren't hungover on the 17th.
It's a theatre thing we're off to.
Oh.
So, it's a theatre thing, but it's rock music. It's vampire rock we're going to.
Isn't that Dracula musical thing?
I don't know. My sister went last year. It's basically all like classic rock songs. But they're all dressed as vampire. Steve Simon's vampire rock. Oh, it's 1st of Feb. It's the Thursday. We're fine.
Okay, cool.
But I should put that on my calendar while I'm thinking about it.
You should, to prepare socially. Make sure all of your social engagements are recorded.
Exactly, because otherwise I'll bloody forget.
I will forget.
So I have February 17th down, and I have pinned in March 9th, but I'm going to do a sanity check. I think the only Saturday I have problems with is April 6th, so as long as we don't need to reschedule something in April, I think...
Right, at the moment, April is completely empty.
Oh, and I think Easter is the 31st, 30th, 31st. Okay. If the 9th doesn't work, I could potentially do it on the 23rd, even though that's what... I could potentially do it the 23rd as well on March.
Well, I'll book it in for the 9th, and then you let us know.
Let's do 9th, yeah. Okay. And on that note, any other feedback, any other concerns?
No, this is exciting. And apparently
it was really good.
Exciting too.
Things you're looking forward to for next session that I should prepare for? Hopes, wish list, whatever.
Well, I feel bad about attacking this woman if she's had something bad done to her. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna if there's a way around it. But
we need some sort of turn undead, turn ghosts, something
We do need
at some
sort of
point.
turn.
Mm.
Can
None
I
of-
retrain into a cleric?
Not by next session.
We can't just slip out and say, "Hold on a second."
If you earnestly want to become a cleric, I can like write a story arc in there
I'll just
where you're
re-roll,
somehow
re-roll.
transformed.
Listen, I've got a backup plan. If I get killed, I've got a twin sister who is a druid.
Oh, that's right, you
and
do.
I've already got her planned out.
So, like,
So
Jarell or something.
Sorrel.
Thorell.
Jarell is my backup, and she's
I remember the name.
Jarell.
Woot! So wonder, because you want to become a druid anyway. You want a multi-class druid, so it's a wonder you just don't get yourself
Yeah,
killed.
sort of. Yeah. But I think Jarell is going to be completely different to Rel.
But you would,
She's
like,
not going to be
break Sprinkle's
stuck in the mud.
heart.
Aye.
Well, yeah, she's like
Right.
lifestyle druid, so she's probably pretty wild.
Yeah. She's been laid. Anyway, right.
I feel like a lot of Terrell's bad decisions all go back to like Terrell just hasn't gotten laid.
It's possible.
She'd be less of a stickler.
she's way too. Yeah, she is.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully my internet
Thank
will
you.
not
Yeah,
be
great
so
session.
terrible. Yay! And thank you anybody who was
Yay.
watching. Oh, I don't know. I didn't reload the player. I don't know if like it was absolute shit streaming the whole time. I don't know if I have to actually do anything to make that work on Twitch. But hopefully the recording got recorded. And I will post this on YouTube as soon as the life allows.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Have a
See
good
you
weekend.
later.
All right,
All right
you
then.
too.
Bye, guys. See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.